Hey guys, this is Jason with A&E Creative. Just wanting to show you guys how to add a custom font to your Squarespace website. So I hope to break this down into small parts to make it easier to follow. So the first video, all we're going to cover is how to just add the custom font. Um, so let's get started. I went ahead and created a just sandbox demo site for us to be working on today. And so where you're going to start is you're actually going to start in the design tab. And then from the design tab, you're going to navigate to the custom CSS. From here, what you're going to be doing, this is where you'll be adding your custom code to add your custom font. But let me go ahead and open it in a new window just to make it a little bit easier for us to see. And let me go ahead and snap that there. So to begin, what we'll go ahead and do is the first thing, I'm not going to be covering the specifics about the code itself. I assume this video assumes that you already have some experience with Squarespace. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail about the actual code that I'm writing. This is more of a tutorial and a visual representation of how to do something. Most of my experience in trying to find answers currently for any type of Squarespace website or custom addition to a Squarespace website has been more text-based. There's not a whole lot of visual representation about how to do something. And so my hope is that with these small videos, for those visual learners, it'll give you a more insight as to how something can be done. And so I already have the text set aside to add the custom font, so we'll go ahead and start with that. And so the main thing that we'll be doing is we'll be adding what's here, this font face text. And so with this, we should be able to add a custom font. Now, I'm also not going to go into where to find custom fonts. If you Google free fonts, I'm sure you can find a copious amount of websites out there. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I already have a font set aside. So where you want to begin is you'll actually want to begin by adding your custom font file to the Squarespace directory. So what we do is we go to manage custom files here. And so after you've downloaded your font, you'll go ahead and just simply, all you have to do is just drag it over into this section here, and it'll just drag and drop. It should add automatically. Now, a couple important things to consider when adding your custom font. One, for the font family, I have the quotations already set here. But what you'll need to do is you'll need to add the name of the file exactly as it's written. And so this one's pretty easy. It's just written as so Picasso. But exactly as, so if there's an underscore, if there's a hyphen, however the font is shown is exactly how you need to type it. And so moving on with that, you'll need to tell your code where to go and find your font. And so again, I already have this set up here, but you'll within the two parentheses, what you'll do is you'll need to you can just go ahead and click on the file, and it'll drop the actual link to that file between those parentheses. Lastly, the important thing to consider is the format type of your font. Now, there's two types. It's typically you're going to find a font in either an OTF extension, which is what you see here, or what's referred to as a TTF extension, which I'm going to go ahead and add another font so you can see what that looks like. And there's the TTF extension there. And so the TTF is going to reference the true type font, while the OTF is going to reference the open type font, or open type format rather. And so because we've already added the Picasso, we're going to go ahead and use the open type extension format here. And so I'm going to delete the rest that I have there. And so at this point, all we've done is we've added a custom font to be able to then call that custom font through additional code that we'll be going over in the next video. And so I hope you guys tune in. I hope you guys enjoyed this short tutorial, and hope you tune in for part 2 of adding custom fonts to your website. Thanks, guys.